Oh, so tired. I'm so tired. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Man, what a day, what a day. What a day. It's been crazy. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you all about it. Actually, I'm going to tell you a little bit about today and yesterday. After, of course, hey, where are you going? We got to get to the pooch. Everybody knows, Haiti dog. Where you going? So a little dee 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 dee. She's doing some business. She's drinking some water. She's a tired pooch. Can't look in the back. I haven't cleaned. I got all my dirty laundry out there. Haven't had a chance to do it yet. So I got like all my stuff out in the loaded up in the bags, just waiting to get in there and do some laundry. So back of the sleeper is off limits. Up in your chair, pooch. Up in your chair. All right. Say what up, Haley dog. Say what up. Oh yeah. What's going on? Wrong way. We're over here. Look. Okay. Alright, now that'll go on for another 10 minutes. Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? Like I said, what a day. What a day. It is, I think it's about 14:30 or so. 2:30-ish. That's right, I can look at that dash cam now. No, it ain't that late. That's got to be Denver time, so it's got to be a little after 3 o'clock here on the West Coast. West Coast. Yeah, so I started my day at 1:30 in the morning. Got up at 1:30. Started rolling about 2 a.m. And so the reason I did it, let me back up a little bit. So my last video that I posted, which I think, that popped up yesterday. Yeah, so I did that video yesterday and it got uploaded. If there's ever like a day or two delay, it's because I'm just in a bad zone without LTE. But anyway, I did that video when I was up in Ontario, Oregon, and I was doing half my drop, and then I was heading down to Boise, Idaho, to get the rest unloaded. So I got there, my appointment time was at 1600. I got there at 15:45. I think actually 15:46 is about when I sent my arrival call. And then I went in to check in with receiving, and they politely told me that the guy that unloads the stuff wasn't coming in, wasn't supposed to be there until 17:30. So I got there just before 4 p.m. Quarter till 4. My appointment was at 4. He wasn't coming in until 5:30. So I sat and I waited. And then when he finally did show up, which was late, the guy showed up late, I'm the only one backed up at the dock waiting there. And what's he do? He starts working on a dropped trailer. So I sat there and waited even more. Long story short, I ended up getting delayed there for about 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours when I was on time and nobody else was there. Nobody was before me, after me. I was the only one that needed to be unloaded, and I had to wait about 3.5 hours. I had my pre-plan, or my dispatch actually, to roll out from there and head over to California. And pick up in California today at 1300. So with the clock I had remaining yesterday, I could have made it. I had no problem making it until I got held up at this place for 3.5 hours. Well, I couldn't have run, you know, I had, I think, 8 hours that I could have ran yesterday, but I couldn't run that because you got to do your 10-hour reset. And then, so you got to do your 10-hour reset, so you got to plan, okay, well, if I got to do 10 hours and I got to be here at this time, what time do I need to shut down? And also, on top of that, how many miles do I have to drive after I start up, you know, after my 10-hour reset? All that has to come into play. You got to take that into consideration and plan all that out, which I did. And everything would have been fine because I would have ran, you know, a little over 100 miles, knocked out a good chunk of it, and I didn't even need to do that much. But I would have ran, you know, for a couple hours or so, maybe hour and a half, couple hours, and shut down, did my 10-hour reset, got up bright and early this morning, finished out the run, and I would have been to my appointment on time. That did not happen. That didn't happen. And honestly, I mean, I did everything humanly possible on my end to make it work. And getting delayed 3.5 hours just crushed it. It just killed it because I had about 600. It was about what was it? 650 or 660 miles to run. And so anyway, after doing some calculations, a little beep boop up in the noggin, I came up with my best bet at that point was, well, I've already been off duty for this point for damn near 4 hours. I might as well get in a sleeper berth for another 6 hours, and that combined, you know, continuous, it's going to be my 10-hour reset. So that's what I did. I figured, I mean, I couldn't, with it being so much later in the evening at that point, if I tried to do any miles last night, I would have done my 10-hour reset, and I can't roll again, can't do anything for 10 hours, and I still would have missed my appointment today. So that's not going to work. An 8-2 split wasn't an option. That left me with basically shut down now, try to get some sleep, get my 10-hour reset since I was already there at the store and I hadn't moved, and then just get up bright and early and do the best I can, which is what I did today. And you know, and it's impossible. You can't. I mean, I guess in somebody in a truck that's ungoverned, and you can just go balls out, you know. Yeah, you can probably knock it out in your 11-hour drive time. I couldn't do it. My truck is governed, but yeah, so I got up this morning 1:30, started rolling at 2, and just kept the wheels turning as best I could. I stopped for my 30-minute break, and that was about it. I touched base with my DM as soon as he got in, and I said, look, this is, you know, there's no way. I told him, you know, the same thing I just said. There's literally no way that I can get this done, get to my appointment on time, because I was kind of screwed on yesterday. So actually I had another thought, but I'll get to that in a second. So what I did, you know, like I said, I just ran as hard as I could today. I actually got 632 miles, 632.2 miles, and I ran my clock down to nothing. I guess I could have driven 2 more miles that away and then shut down, but that would have left me on a curb, and I don't think they would go for that. So this was my truck stop. This is what I found. I figured if everything goes right, I'll make it, you know. And I don't like gambling, you know, and cutting it that close. But, you know, I wanted to get as close as I can. Because what we did, we ended up, after speaking to my DM, he went talked to logistics, and we got the thing rescheduled for tomorrow morning at 0800. And I'm literally, what was it? Let's see what old Samantha says. That's her name. That's
proceed to the highlighted route.
Rand McNally named her Samantha. I didn't. But that's that voice that always yells at me. I'm 22 miles away. 22 miles away to my destination. I couldn't squeeze it out today. There was not enough downhills. There was. I couldn't go downhill long enough. So anyway, I got as close as I can. That way tomorrow, I'm not going to be wasting my clock making a big long drive to get there. So, you know, half an hour, actually 34 minutes it says, and I'll be there. And that's at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'll probably roll out at 7. About 7 a.m. I'll do my pre-trip prior to that, and then get the wheels turning at 7 a.m. and get there a little bit early. But I don't want to get there too early, and definitely not late. I need to kind of do this to juggle my clock to where I've got, you know, as close as I can to a full day of driving after they get me loaded. So anyway, 632 miles. 632 miles today. Check it out. Let's see if I can. Man, my dog. I'm about to get saran wrap and wrap my dog up. I clean this truck. Like, I have to clean it like every 2 to 3 days. And it's been like 5 days since I've cleaned it, and you are a hairy doggy. You're a hairy dog. Quit being so hairy. Quit being a dog. Okay, check this out. I got a little thingy over my name, so nobody knows my sorrow. I can't see. I think this glare, it ain't gonna work that way. Here, let's do it like this. Let's do it like, there we go. If it focuses, it focuses. If it does not, wham wham. Yeah, I can't get that glare off there. Something like that, maybe. I don't know if that works, but trust me when I say 632.2 miles today. Oh, and also take note of, let's see how we can do this here.
Home.
Whoops.
Messaging.
I didn't mean to do that. We need to go
You are out of hours of service driving time.
So if we go to summary, and I can't see the screen, so I don't know if you guys are picking this up or not. Where's the camera? Somewhere around there. I have 4 minutes. 4 minutes left on my 11-hour drive time. 4 minutes left. And of course I'm over on my 14-hour. Because once we rescheduled, then that meant we had a little bit more wiggle room and could get Haley dog outside to let her play. So yeah. Oh man. Dusty dog, you hairy mutt, making my allergies go crazy. Anyway, so made it happen. I went from Boise, Idaho, through a part of Oregon, through Nevada, and then down Donner Pass. Donner Pass, the infamous Donner Pass. Infamous Donner Pass. Haven't been down that one yet. That was pretty cool. It's good stuff. This truck, I don't think I even tapped my brakes until I wanted to pull over for the rest stop. It was a cool rest stop. Haley Dog got to play. There's a little creek there and stuff. But yeah, I got to go down Donner Pass. This truck, the engine braking on this thing is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. So, yeah, it's good stuff. What else? So, you know what it is, baby. You know what it is. V8 Fusion. Blueberry pomegranate. Get them vitamins. Get them veggies. And then go get some pizza and corn dogs. No, I'm just kidding. What else? I was going to say something. You know, maybe one of these days I'll be more prepared and put some notes together. But I'm not trying to be scripted. You know, I like to fly by the seat of my pants. I'm tired, people. I mean, I've been up since 1:30 and I couldn't freaking fall asleep for some reason because I was kind of stressing over this thing. And I mean, even though it wasn't my fault that I was late, you know, I was delayed, I'm still supposed to be somewhere at a time, and I take that seriously. I don't, I do everything I can at all times to be not on time, but early. You know, like I said in the other videos, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, then you're on time. And anyway, so I don't think it was after 11 o'clock last night. I got maybe 2.5 hours of sleep, and it was tough this morning. I mean, I had Red Bulls at the ready, and yeah, it was tough until that sun came up, and then that kind of rejuvenated me. But I made it here, and Haley Dog is all tuckered out. Oh, sorry, did I wake you up, pups? Wham. What else? Okay, so anyway, moving on, but I digress. I don't know why I like to say that, but I digress. What we got here, I decided there's some people, some of y'all have been posting some comments and some questions, some good questions and some good comments for the most part. There was one troll out there that tried to take a little jab to get a response, and it was like, beep, gone. I don't care. So I did actually write some of these things down, and I'm gonna cover them real quick because I appreciate the questions, I appreciate the comments, suggestions. You know, if you guys have something you want me to talk about or touch on, let me know. You know, let me know. I'll be happy to it. So, number one, we got a comment / question from Khalid Warsame, who actually also drives a 2016 Cascadia Evolution. He's got 66,000 miles on it. Sounds like he likes it. The only thing that he does not like about it is the soft steering. He says it's soft steering. I don't know, man. I don't have that issue. I don't have that problem. Now, I will say that coming down Donner Pass, freaking California, and I don't know if that's part of Nevada coming into it. You know, you're on Interstate 80, and I think it's kind of right at the Nevada-California border. Probably California. Anyway, one of these states needs to do something about that road. You're coming down Donner Pass, and it is grooved. I mean, the truck lane is so well worn. Like that that was not cool, because I mean it was like it was like you had to follow the grooves, and if you didn't, it would like, you would feel that thing freaking pushing you around and stuff, and trying to, I didn't like that. That was not cool. And then he also says that it's something to the effect of that it's tough when it's windy. Well, that's what I have written down. I don't think those were his exact words, but especially, yeah, when you're empty. I think you said when you're empty. No doubt, when it's windy out there, if you're getting over 35-mile-an-hour gusts, it's not even safe to be driving if you're empty. Or I think they do a light load advisory is 25,000 pounds or less in the box, and they usually kick that in when the gusts get over 35 miles an hour. I was driving through Wyoming. We actually got shut down. We were heavy, but we had 70-plus-mile-an-hour winds, and we were shut down for almost 3 full days. A good 2.5 days we had to shut down at this tiny little hole and wait it out. And just sitting there, the wind was beating us so hard, I thought we were gonna get blown over. It was insane. But they shut the whole highway down. I mean, that little spot we were in was jam-packed with trucks. And he also wants to know, Khalid would like to know what camera I'm using, because he says that it's so crisp. So crisp. You see the beautiful red head. I might be delirious. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Have I mentioned that? What camera do I use? You know what I do? I have a iPhone 6, and that's what I do all this on. I use the iPhone 6. It's not the Plus, because I think the Plus is the biggest one they have, and I don't know. That's a tough sell for me. I don't want one that gigantic. That's what she said. But God, I'm gonna delete this video. But I use one of the iPhone 6s. I've got 64 gigs on it, so I don't have any issue with memory, storage, pictures, video. And if you saw my phone, it looks like Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. It does. I got out of my truck, had my phone in my hand, stepped foot on the pavement, and it slipped out of my hand. It fell all like 2.5 feet, and like it shattered. And I just got this thing like 3 months ago. But I do have the like extended protection plan, warranty, whatever thing on it. So when I get close to coming back home for the home time, I'll have a new phone waiting for me. I'm really lucky. I'm glad that it didn't break the camera, but it is. I mean, it's all shattered up on the end there, and the cracks like went around the camera, so that's why you don't have any lines looking through this thing. But yeah, that's all I use. It records in 1080p, both sides, both cameras, and that's what I upload on YouTube. Comes through high def, baby. Did I drop something? So, anyway, that's Khalid. Thank you for posting, my brother. Appreciate it. Brandon Butler is starting orientation today. He posted a comment yesterday. He's actually starting orientation with May Trucking Company, and he's out of the Layton, Utah yard. And so congrats with that, Brandon. I hope you enjoy it. Like I tell everybody that listens, that wants to listen, be a sponge. They're gonna throw so much information at you during orientation. Just soak it up as best you can, and then it'll start sinking in when you're out with your trainer. And hopefully you're with a great trainer that is willing to go the extra mile to make sure you're successful. So yeah, good job with that. I'm glad you're starting on with May. So if you see me or old Haley Dog, you know, give us a shout. Carl Austin, he's posted some comments. He says, wish they hired out of Montana. Well, my brother, they don't. I mean, it's too bad. Hey, you know, move to Utah, move to Payette, Idaho. I don't know. May's a great company, as you have said yourself. So yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad that doesn't happen. I think Carl used to be with May at one point, and then something went on, and he moved, and then now he's not in the hiring zone. But you know, things change, man. You don't know where life will lead you, or where you will lead life. Oh, I did drop something because I had another. I had something. I had a good question, and it's not at the end here. So Matthew Kane, he posted this a couple weeks ago. I actually responded in his to his comment directly, but I want to address it because I think it's a good question for anybody wondering or concerned. Where is that other video or thing I wrote down? Haley Dog, where did it go? Where is it? There it is. Yes, sir. All right, so Matthew Kane says, does May charge for idle time? That's a good question. I guess they used to have a policy that was that you could get charged for idle time. They told us during orientation, and also from the recruiter, that they don't charge for idle time. Now, full disclosure, I did actually get a message from my DM. Well, he sent it to everybody on his team to get our engine hours and idle time in, or we will be charged for idle time. That's no big deal. That's nothing to sweat. Let me be clear about that. That's nothing to sweat. I'm getting up there in time. I got to be quick. If, like, I think it's every other Wednesday, you send in a simple little free-form message with your engine hours and your idle time. Now, idle time, like, I'm idling. I've been idling since I parked here. This truck hasn't been shut off. Why? Because it's reading 98 degrees outside. I don't care if I go in to the store to take my shower here in a minute, or if they've got laundry. If I'm in there, guess what? This truck is still going to be running because Haley Dog can't burn up. Labs are prone to overheating, and it doesn't matter. Any pet you're not going to leave in a hot vehicle like that. Windows down will not work when it's hot like this. Now these trucks will get hot. I mean, if it's 70 degrees outside, this truck could easily be 85 plus degrees inside. Your DM understands that. May understands that. They want you to be comfortable, but be fair with them. Put yourself in their shoes. If you had to pay the fuel bill, would you unnecessarily just be twiddling your thumbs in the truck if it's 65 degrees out, or even 70? If it's a tolerable temperature and a nice draft can keep you cool enough, is there any point to idle your truck and waste that fuel? You know, if you had to pay that bill, I think you know, we'd all look at it differently. So you keep that in mind. Be fair with the company. They're going to be fair with you. The main thing is you send in your information, maybe along with it, idle time's a little higher because it's been blazing hot, you know, or idle time's higher because I got my dog with me, and she's a diva. She likes it cool. So yeah, so that's, to this point, I've never been charged with idle time, and I don't think I will be. You just, like I said, be fair. Let your DM know what's going on, and it's all kosher. It's all good, baby. So, anyway, last question I just got was from Ace Chmilaski. Chimalu. We're just going to call him Ace, okay? So Ace says that he is now on with May, okay? He already went through his orientation process, 3 days. 3 days. There we go, 3 days. And now he's just waiting for his trainer. I think, I didn't write it down, I think he said he was out of Gary. Yeah, he's out of the Gary, Indiana yard. So he asked a really good question. What do I do for food? What did I do for food when I was out training? And there's something else I'm going to get to as well about that, because there's two things that I think are important when you're out on training. Bring enough cash to buy your meals every day if you have to. Some trainers have a big enough fridge and they're kind enough to give you a shelf or a half a shelf. My trainer, he kept telling me that he would do that, and he kept also telling me that we would go to Walmart to get some groceries, and that never happened. Never happened. So I had to eat out. But it's not all junk food. I mean, they got good stuff. They got, you know, salads and pot roasts and fruit cups, and I mean, you can eat as healthy as you want, usually at a truck stop, if it's a decent one. Sometimes you don't have too many options. A lot of them have restaurants, you know, Denny's, stuff like that in there. So that's up to you. May, you can also take a draw on your check, and they'll put that on your card so you can pull the cash out at an ATM and use that as well if you're strapped for cash coming into training. The other thing, so what I did, just to answer the question directly, is I pretty much ate out. I think I already answered that. I had to buy my meals every day while I was out. But you know, it is what it is. Training is not that long. It's as long as it takes you to get going, but it's, you know, so yeah, be prepared for that. The other thing I would recommend you be prepared for is money for showers. If you're lucky, not necessarily lucky, it just depends. It depends on the trainer that you're with and where they've been sent to fuel. You know, if it's at a yard, you're not getting any Flying J points for the showers. If you're flying, or if you're fueling primarily or mostly at Flying J's pilots, then you have a little card, and this is something to get right away when you get out on training and start getting stuff put on it. I mean, it gets points and stuff, but the other, more importantly, is when you're out soloing, you're gonna fuel. If it's not in a yard, it's either gonna be a pilot or Flying J, and so you're gonna swipe your EFS card, your corporate card, and then you're gonna swipe this right after that. So that way, the points from that May is paying for the fuel, you're going to get the benefit on the points. That transfers into free showers. If you fuel 500 gallons in a month's time, you get 1 month of shower power. Unlimited showers, baby. So, you might be with a trainer that only wants to shower every other day. Maybe he wants to shower every 3 days. You know, and maybe at the same time, he doesn't feel comfortable handing you his card and going in there and using up his showers or whatever if he doesn't have unlimited. If that's the case, and you want to shower every day, which I would recommend, that's going to cost you, if you don't have the free ones, it's anywhere from $12 to $13. And I was paying that while I was in training, because my trainer, I think I got 2 free showers with him, and other than that, I was paying for my showers, and that'll add up quick. So, you know, it's either that or get the little get the little handy wipes and take care of the crucial areas, shall we say, you know, to keep you fresh, you know, and just stretch your money that way. So I know coming out, usually we're not, you know, we don't have plenty of money to be spending on stuff, so we're on a tight budget, you know, until the checks start coming in. So you gotta keep all that in mind. Keep all those two things are important. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna go in there, take a shower. Hopefully, it doesn't look like a huge place, but they should have some washing machines. So if that's the case, I'm gonna squeeze some laundry in, and then I'm gonna come back out here and make lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I haven't eaten squat, and I've been up since 1:30. Not that I need to eat, but with this, I mean, you can't keep this fine physique. This beauty does not come by just letting it go, right? All right, y'all. Have a good one. Post your questions down below. Questions, comments, please subscribe. Follow me along this journey of mine. And I hope to hear from you. And any questions, you know, maybe I'll do the same thing down the road. Do some video and get back to you. So